Well, like the idea for that actually came from watching Bela Tarr's films, especially Satan Tango, because that's a 7.5 hour film. But when you remember it, you don't remember sitting there for 7.5 hours because you'll have 10 minutes of characters walking down a long street in a small town as the wind is blowing furiously and leaves are going around. And you see with each step they take, the leaves swirl and whatnot. And so you might have 10 minutes of these characters walking. But when you remember it, you might only remember it as a 10-second shot. And so there's this great compression that comes in. And in a similar way, when you remember uh, Dennis Hopper I doing this, maybe he does it 25, 30 times, his thing that way falls over. In a few chapters, I think in the Robinson Crusoe section, bit a couple of times, goes back and forth between Robinson Crusoe and Hopper's apartment. And then he's getting something, and he actually meets himself getting something from the time before. But when you remember it, so it's a way to try to in actual writing by having such an enormous length and such repetition to actually condense the things down, because as you read it you will condense it down. And furthermore, after you get past that, you get to the last 10 chapters there, you've gone through this sort of exhaustive chapter where you're in this sort of Freudian or Jungian loop, this what do you call Mobius strip kind of loop where things come back upon themselves. And when you get out of that and you're back into the main diegesis of the story of a Norwegian and the family,